What's going on, everyone? We're back. More Hacker's Memory. In the last episode, Erica had to go back to the hospital, and she threatened to kill us if we don't beat the ever-living crap out of both Ryuji and Chitose for being stupid.
Alright, off to the Valhalla server.
Yep. So this is the Valhalla server, but it looks like I'm super late. Other hackers have already started working. I need to hurry up and find Chitose and Ryuji.
So yeah, now that we're at the Under Zero incident, it's not that much further into the game until we start dealing with the worlds colliding.
Yep.
Alright, break through the firewall. So earlier this week, my sister was kind enough to pay for tickets for her and I to go and see the Lilo and Stitch remake.
I've looked at reviews. I saw how it what they changed. What were your thoughts on it?
I think the movie was very well done. I think that people are getting a little too hung up on the whole, legal. I'm trying to find the right word. Like legal custody over Lilo. That's what I was trying to find. The legal custody over Lilo is definitely what a lot of people are bitching about in this movie. But here's the thing, though. The way that it gets resolved means that next to nothing for Lilo herself has changed. Like, literally, damn near no part of her life is any different as a result of this change.
I think the Ooh, okay, that did a lot.
Ouch!
So, I'm going off of like what I've seen for it, and by the time this comes out, the movie has been out for like a month or two. So,
yeah, Lilo and Stitch will have long since stopped being in the theaters and will still be several months away from getting into Disney Plus because Disney doesn't know how to do their shit right. But yeah, continue.
So, I think the bigger issue is it's just the entire idea of just how it was handled for some people just kind of feels like in the original Nami was more of a she was sacrificing a lot, and it was a dysfunctional yet still very
Victory Uchida.
Yeah, I saw him. I'm getting the other thing first.
No, that's fine. I just didn't want him to go. I didn't want him to be missed.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the best way to word it. Brain isn't fully wanting to brain yet. It's also hard because I want to make sure I say it without pissing off too many people.
Dude, this is 2025. You're gonna piss off everybody no matter what you say. Just say it.
Okay, I think it's really fucking stupid that it went from Nami was more than willing to sacrifice everything to make sure her sister was growing up was like she was the one raising Lilo, to oh shit, I
Yeah.
have a chance to actually get the fuck out of here because this little brat basically ruined my goddamn life.
Okay, that is not how it gets resolved at all. Because like she, even after the situation is revealed, where it's like Lilo, like Nani, strictly speaking, won't have custody. But aside from just that, but like their dynamic doesn't have to change beyond that.
Well,
Even after that was like discovered, resolved, and decided upon, she was still hesitant to join the God damn it, Lilo! I almost said the Marines. That's a joke that they have Lilo say in terms of marine biology studies. Whatever. Because she doesn't want to be apart from Lilo, and it's Lilo that that convinces Nani to go because it's what she likes doing. It's what she's good at. And so, like, I kind of hear what you're saying, but it comes across differently to me when it is the other party that is convincing you to go.
you
You
see,
know?
okay, so you see, like, from everything I saw, it wasn't Lilo that was the one convincing Nami. It was the social worker character that they added to the game was the one that was convincing Nami to just give up Lilo.
Give up Lilo is a strong word, and she was actually in their corner for pretty much the whole movie. She did not bring up the like handing over custody thing to Nani as an option until they were in a situation where it was kind of the only choice that Nani had. Like this, like I do not remember her name, but the social worker was helping Nani out as much as she could. She was planning to. She was even like postpone Nani's case to give her more time.
Yeah, I think it.
You know, so it's like the social worker is not the antagonist that people who haven't seen the movie would immediately think they are.
So I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in with the entire social worker thing. I think another reason why a lot of people just don't like the idea of the social worker is because foster care system and social work in in the US is like really shit. Like there are like social workers that actively try to do their job, but just because of how bad the foster care system is, the idea that Nami is like, okay, Lilo, let's put you up in the foster care system. I think that peeves off a lot
Okay.
more people because just because of how bad the social care system works. Even if we know Lilo is going to a good place, which is literally right next door, because I saw that too.
I was
Like,
about to ask if you even know where Lilo ends up, but
yeah,
yeah. And
yeah.
also, because the way you were talking made it sound like you did not have a clue.
No, no, like I knew where I'm going from the entire perspective of what if Lilo did not go to David's grandma.
The tutu.
Yeah. Like,
Okay, but here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. That doesn't happen in the movie. That's an unnecessary hypothetical that puts shit on the movie that it does not deserve.
the hypothetical isn't what I'm trying to do.
Dude,
It's
what are
the
you doing here? I told you not to come.
shut up to Chose. Erica wants me to kick your ass.
Erica told you to come, you say?
Yeah.
But hold on, didn't you promise me you'd stay with Erica?
Yeah, and I also promised
Women property, bro.
I also promised Ryuji that I'd stay with Erica, but you know what I said to both of you? No. She said come and get you.
Ladies first. Ha! When did you start playing gentleman? You learned that from me?
If I learned that from you, I would have done something totally different.
Yeah. Well, whatever the reasons, you did good. Thanks.
Oh, look! Crex is here too! Do you want to join us? There's lots of traps ahead, so we could sure use the help. Any friend of Chitose is a friend of mine. I'm feeling super, super, super good. We can be the first ones to under zero. This will be perfect training for the rebels.
That golden whatever took a bunch of young people and did some awesome training with a bunch of strong hackers.
That's right. They did some brutal, beastly, barbaric training, alright. But I'm just a big talking wimp. Nobody in the rebels really listens to what I say. Yugo and Faye both.
And yet you're the leader.
Yep. Yugo and Faye both make fun of me. Even my friends say I'm playing make-believe. But I get why they think that. After all, I haven't proven myself yet. I gotta show people what I can do if I want to be recognized as a real leader.
Don't let it bother you, Nokia. We got your back. You got that right. We'll show everyone what you're really made of.
Oh, you guys.
Weird. Erica's Wormmon. Now these guys. It's almost like Digimon are regular old friends. Or maybe Digimon have always been this way and we just didn't really get it.
Don't say. Okay, I'm good. You all gave me strength. I'm ready for the final round. We're going to get to under zero first and plant the rebel flag right in the cyber soil. Look what we have here. Yugo and Faye. And on top of that, it's Crazy Boy himself, Arata.
Hey, don't leave us behind! Akino! You're friends with Sonata, huh? Small world.
Yep.
Damn, no time for that. They're going without us. After them.
Erica,
Where, man? Body's so tired. I want to go to Eden. This is no time for me to be sleeping.
okay then, I'll take care of it. Did you forget? I learned all sorts of stuff so I could fill it in for you.
So if you guys heard Koga cut out...
Did you not hear that?
No, it cut out a bit. I was just going to say,
Okay.
there's a storm going on outside right now for me, so if you hear Koga cut out a bit more like from time to time, that's why.
Yeah.
Just tell me, I'll be your eyes and ears.
Wormmon. Investigate Kishibe. Really dig deep.
Kishibe has been dead for a couple years now. So, like, it's great that
Then she gets. Then at the end of the. And then in the post game, she gets resurrected and starts going out with Yuko's dad.
Yep, which is kind of awkward.
For a lot of reasons. I don't know how Yuko would cope with that. Anyway.
So,
but yeah, listen. Listen. There's a ton of like outside the movie reasons why people hate this movie. And yes, the social work system and the adoption system, all of those are big factors. I'm not pretending that people aren't wrong for making these comparisons. But this is something that literally everyone needs to start doing when it comes to these goddamn movies. You need to start accepting they work differently. Not always obviously, but differently. It's like, disassociate yourselves from the movie and just enjoy it, for fuck's sake. Listen to is the senator blah 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 blah. Fuck you, watch the damn movie and have fun. Like, I'm just tired of real-world politics getting involved in movies that have nothing to do with said real-world politics. You know?
Even though, to some extent, this movie did deal with real-world politics, which is the foster system.
They used it as a plot device. They're not using it to make people hate it. But yeah, like, ignoring all that bullshit, the movie itself is fun. Does not hold a candle to the original animated film at all, as far as I'm concerned. But it's a fun watch. Stitch moves, acts, and sounds exactly how I remember him. Jumba not having the accent threw me off for a while, but I eventually got used to it. Pleakley was one of the funniest characters in the movie. And actually, I said this all the time. I wanted to see this movie specifically to see how disgusting Jumba and Pleakley's alien forms looked in CG. And I was not disappointed. Like, when I first saw Jumba, I was repulsed. It was great.
I'm gonna like pose a question about like just with the CG animation. I get like you can make them look ugly, and like that's perfectly fine in my opinion. Make them look ugly.
Yeah, no, I got no beef with that.
But from at least the screenshots of the movie and like some of the scenes I saw with the characters, why do they like? Why does the CG look that bad? I'm not saying character design. I'm not saying character design. I'm saying the CG for the movie itself, and that's something I've noticed with a lot of recent films. Where why is the CG for a lot of these movies like shit?
You realize the easy answer, right?
What's the easy answer? Besides, you know,
Cost cutting.
what?
Cost cutting.
Oh yeah, because Disney's cheap as fuck, even though they,
Dip the quality of the CG a little bit to keep yourself under budget. Like, was that not obvious?
it's stupid because
For what it's worth, though, taking the low CG quality as it is, everyone who is CG looks perfectly serviceable. Not great, but serviceable. At the very least, everyone looks the way they should. Yeah. And it all, like, feels like it looks the way it should, if that makes any sense, you know?
Yeah, but my thing is still, like, I look at, like, older, like, movies, and I just question why has the CGI for like a lot of movies just gone super downhill? Like I look back at like Pirates of the Caribbean and like Davy Jones like design, And I'm like, that's phenomenal. And this movie came out in like 2010, and it still looks so much better than most like high budget CGI films that we have nowadays. Because that's one thing why I'm disliking a lot of like movies that come out, where a lot of them doesn't feel like they actually have any love or passion. They're just made for a quick cash grab, and it all comes down, in my opinion, just to like how bad the CGI ends up if they know they're going to be heavily reliant on it.
Well, yeah, like the kind of going off of what you said, the biggest problem about that, just we're not reading this dialogue. This is just a generic jobber.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with that, at least in the context of what we are currently talking about, I can dress up the Disney remakes as much as I want because I do, in fact, like most of them. But they are nostalgia cash grabs through and through.
Yeah, and that's where I think Disney's going to like. Disney's already crumbling under a lot of its most recent projects.
They've been crumbling for years, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but we haven't
Like,
really.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore.
Yeah, but we haven't seen like anything this bad in.
Yo, Final Aura, that's busted.
Let's see. If I have, okay, I have Shining Laser right there.
I would say get rid of Power Energy.
Need a double
Just
check.
because when are you going to use that on Mastamon? You know?
Honestly, I could. Just because Mastamon's attack and defense are equal, basically.
Yeah.
Unless I want to throw her into
I don't understand the whole metaphysical analyzing of every minute detail of a movie. In my opinion, a movie is just something that you watch for the sake of enjoyment. It's not something that needs to be critiqued in every small way. Like, I have notes about movies. Like, I think the Lion King remake was just done horribly. But like, I can still find fun if I ever choose to watch it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, why do we have to be so overly analytical about details of a movie that realistically do not fucking matter?
So I'm gonna use just the game industry as an example. We know what companies are capable of, and
Damn, nice crit.
yeah, so like we know what companies are capable of. We have like in video games, we've seen like projects that like some game companies have been able to release in the past, and we wanted to go back to how it used to be in terms of there was actually like passion to some extent for the projects instead of it all being a cash grab. And it's in the movie industry also, and I think it started in the movie industry before it got to the game industry. And I'll continue the thought after.
Huh? Nokia, it looks like we can't go any further.
What? Why?
I don't know. Something's stopping us.
But we won't be able to get to Under Zero. Whoever you are, let us pass, you coward.
Who are you calling a coward?
Eek! Zaxxon!
You must be the group of amateurs Hugo mentioned. I can't let you go any further. Zaxxon will have the glory of conquering Under Zero. Give up and go home.
No way! We're ready to face whatever comes our way. We'll be the first to take Under Zero and make all the hackers understand that Digimon aren't just tools.
I warned you. Hugo ordered me to show no mercy to anyone who tries to stop us. You should know we've blocked the road ahead. Even if you beat us in an ordinary Digimon battle, the network won't be restored. If you're a real hacker, try hacking it to gain control.
Hacking it? What do you mean?
And this is where you and Chitose come in. Well, it looks like Zaxxon is standing in Nokia's way. They've stolen the network authorization and locked down the area. There are definitely some advantages to having such a big team. At this rate, no one will be able to get past, and Hugo is sure to emerge victorious. Crux, there's no other option. Let's steal control of the area.
Gotcha. Come on, War Greymon, Melgurumon!
Yeah! Yeah! Crux, you take the lead.
Gotcha. So it's just a lot of people are just as of right now over analyzing because we know what a lot of these companies are capable of, and because it's all just like a bunch of like, there's no passion behind a lot of these projects, because you can kind of see when like a movie is really, really well done, like you can feel the actual passion behind it.
Sure.
But then like other times when the movie isn't as well done, you fool!
Oh, that guy was an idiot. That guy was such an idiot.
Yeah, gonna Chitose get the 5.
But yeah, no, see, just kind of a quick little pause. I'll let you finish your thought. But like, while I do agree with you 100%, I also have to acknowledge that because we are expecting so much from these developers, because we know what they can do, damn, that is a team, we are simultaneously over expecting a lot of these people. Like, let me think of a good example. Like, you know what? You want to talk about successful companies and what they're capable of? Let's talk Pokemon. When Gen 9 was first like announced, like there were so many people like saying, "I want to be able to do this in a proper open world Pokemon. This needs to have to be this way." And I'm just sitting here like I just hope the game has a better story than Sword and Shield did. And you know what? It delivered on that.
So,
what I'm trying to say is, there's nothing wrong with having high expectations, but we need to not be disappointed when they don't measure up to exactly those expectations. You know?
So, I like that you use Pokemon as an example, because that's a really good example, and I agree. It's mainly on the fan base a lot of the time for, like, wanting too much, even though, like, we know, like, we just want the bare minimum for the most part for a Pokemon game.
Yeah. When all is said, because, like, for me at least, when a new mainline Pokemon game is announced, all I really care about, at the end of the day, is fun gameplay and good story. Like, not even great story, just good story.
Yeah.
And, like, another example that I can probably come up with is... insert any Sonic 3D game here, basically. Like, people are always over-expecting, and that is a small reason why, like, 3D Sonic, more often than not, falls flat on its face.
Yeah.
Although, admittedly, another reason is how fucking janky all of those games are. Like, my god, you cannot play a 3D Sonic game without running into a myriad of glitches. So I'm not going to pretend it's all the fanbase's fault all the time.
Yeah. Like, because I'm gonna use... I don't... Okay, I'm gonna just use Ubisoft as an example. Mainly because I've been playing a lot of Expedition 33 right now.
You've been playing that new Project 33, whatever it's called, game.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use the because I bought Expedition 33 because I was petty. Because I saw one thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to support Sandfall Studios.
It was the mime outfit.
You see, I didn't know about the mime outfits until I started actually playing the game. No. No, the reason why it was because, and, fuck, I forget the YouTuber's name. He made a really good video discussing, how, like...
You can find the video later and just, like, put the thumbnail on the screen.
Yeah. But the basics of the video was he was talking about how these big game industries are treating indie companies as the enemy, and how a lot of these companies are basically saying, oh, the reason why Expedition 33 did so well was because it had time to actually cook. And no, and this came from the the developers for Dragon Age Veilguard. And Dragon Age Veilguard...
No, that's completely fine. I'm just laughing at the choice of words, that's all.
Yeah. So Dragon Age Veilguard took about 15 years to make. Like 10 to 15. So they had a lot of time to make, and the issue that people have with Dragon Age Veilguard was the fact that the dialogue was really stupid. They added, like, it was a medieval fantasy game, and they added stuff that for a lot of people has no right of being in a medieval fantasy game. Even if you wanted to do, like, suspension of disbelief, there's just aspects that you're like, you were just adding this in the game for brownie points, or because you're trying to push some sort of political message. And a lot of people didn't like Veilguard because of that. I saw some of the dialogue for Veilguard, and I'm like, this dialogue is stupid. And they added in a non-binary character and made them the most insufferable person there is. I am sorry, but their dialogue...
You really don't do that!
Yeah, no, I'm like, a lot of people already find non-binary people as insufferable. I've met a couple of non-binary people where I found them insufferable because they made the fact they were non-binary their entire personality, and if you said something incorrect to them, like, you know, earlier that day, they wanted to go as, like, she/her pronouns, and later that day you call them, like, you use she/her pronouns, and then they get pissed because in the afternoon they decide, no, I'm going by he/him pronouns, and you're like...
See,
why?
that's why I do not know anybody who is non-binary, but if I did, I wouldn't care. I would just always use they, them.
You see?
Like, regardless.
You see, I would have done the same, but they made it avidly clear they don't like when people refer to them as they, them either. And I'm just like, this is why I don't want to be friends with them.
In that case, I would just say, all right, then I'll just address you by name every single time because I'm not dealing with your fucking pronoun drama.
Oh, yeah, no, here's where it gets even more confusing. They have different names depending on which pronoun they want to use. And I'm just like, why?
This person's in the authorities for harassing people. I don't care anymore. Damn, I didn't know Hughie was helping you. I'm sorry, Hugo. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna be if you're gonna have a stick that deep into your ass about it, then just go away.
Yeah, no. So that's why a lot of people, and I am going to say a lot because it is a it's called the silent majority. We're just like we don't want to really have to deal with non-binary people or like people who want to go by different pronouns because it gets confusing after a while because we see like these rules change so much. We're like, we can interact with you, we want to be friends with you, but there's a line of how much like patience we can have if you're going to keep changing these rules on us. Like, we accept you, just please make the rules like clear and stop changing them. All routes all clear, excellent, just as I expected from the former legend and his protege. Let's keep going. Rebels, move out.
Like, everyone can have their own version of the rules. Just keep it fucking consistent.
Yeah.
Hey, wait up! They left us behind again. I guess I can't fault their enthusiasm.
Well, I'm here for Ryuji, not to help them, so...
You're here for Erica. Let's not kid ourselves.
I'm here for Erica, but I'm here to kick Ryuji's ass.
This reminds me of when I infiltrated this server with Jude. I cracked the security once before, but this doesn't seem quite right.
It seems a bit too easy, right?
No, this is no time to stand around reminiscing. Let's keep going.
Yep. So in the video, the guy was was using the Veilguard example because it was a producer from Veilguard that was saying like the reason why Expedition 33 was doing so good was because it had so much time, but Expedition 33 took only about like 6 years of actual development. Like, they never fully got started until 2020.
Damn, we totally lost sight of Nokia. Oh, hang on, I think we're about to get the cutscene. Like, very soon. Ryuji! Crux, what are you doing here? I told you to stay with Erica.
And Chitose told me to stay with Erica, but you know what Erica said? She told me to get you two and bring you guys home because this is stupid.
No, I would have said, yeah, but when you turned around, I flipped you off, so...
I had my fingers crossed.
We came here to stop you, both of us. Didn't you notice yet, Ryuji? The traps here are way too easy. Back in the old days when we used to do this, it took a lot of time, right? Something feels fishy. I think we better... I'm not listening to someone from another team. What? You jerk! I'm not joining any other damn team. The only reason I dragged myself out here was because you said you were going to Under Zero. No one asked you to come. I always wanted to say this to you, but you know what? You were the same way to Sanada. You always push people away. It was you! You're the reason he never came back to us! You're the oldest one of us, but you act like a spoiled brat! This has got nothing to do with Sanada! Anyway, I told you, I'm not cutting ties with Kishibe! Kishibe ordered me to watch Under Zero. Erica's life is riding on it! If you really mean to stop me, then get ready to fight.
Ah!
Oh yeah? I knew you were acting weird, but I never thought you'd pull that. Calm the hell down, you dope!
They're both ready to go at it. I've got to do something. Stop Ryuji.
I'm pretty sure this is the same choice I made when I played this game.
Like, we could completely skip this, this fight by just saying wait and see. But no.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, where's the fun in that? Like, really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you choose, because all options lead to the same outcome.
Yeah, so just do whatever you think feels right in the moment.
Yeah. For me, this feels right in the moment, because
Yeah.
Ryuji's at fault.
Yeah, Ryuji's being a dumbass.
Yeah. Gotta stop Ryuji.
You. Thanks, man. But listen, Ryuji's strong. Keep your guard up.
Oh. Has Ryuji not actually seen my team yet, Chitose?
Okay, Cyberdramon, we're gonna... What the fuck is that, a Mastamon?
And the Lilithmon. And the Rosemon.
And a couple others that aren't on the front lines.
Okay. Phantom. Pain! And Chaos Segregation. So, one of the, like, a couple of the developers from Expedition 33 used to work for Ubisoft. And because they're full health. Castigration. And I think the quality of outcome is the ending credits for Assassin's Creed Shadows is over 2 hours long. So you could watch the entirety of Toy Story 3 and the credit sequence for AC Shadows, it would not be over yet.
Yeah, I mean, bigger games like those, yeah, they have long-ass credit sequences.
But the thing, but the thing is, the issue is, and a lot of people kind of can agree with this, for what was delivered, there was way too many people. Like, because it was like, what, 3,000 people to make one game? And it took them, like, a couple, like, AC Shadows has been in the work for years, because it's not like one of those things where they finished, Valhalla and its DLCs, then they're like, okay, now let's start, Shadows. I think it was, like, even, like, through the halfway point of, Valhalla, that's when they started working on, Shadows, like, when they were halfway done. Okay, let's get these two up. And it was the fact that, like, because I looked it up, and this was the entire reason why I wanted to actually finally try Expedition 33. It was just because I saw, like, it was a 2-hour-long credit sequence, and they just kind of shat on, like, Japan a majority of the time, even though they're like, no, we were trying to pay as much respect as we can, even though there was a lot of stuff that they were not allowed to have in the game. just because of like laws in Japan, and they're like they did it anyways. Especially because a couple years ago there was like a mass an attack on Japanese people, and just having a giving Yasuke the ability to kill Japanese citizens, that was like a big no-go for a lot of Japan. We're like, hey, we're still dealing with the fact that we had like a terrorist attack like several years ago.
Yeah.
Then it was like the entire
Honestly, Assassin's
marketing.
Creed Shadows was just kind of doomed to fail from the moment it started.
Yeah, like then like all of the marketing stuff was like, here's like an authentic design katana that could be a collector's item, and it was like Zoro's katana from One Piece. Oh,
Yeah, no, we've talked about this kind of thing before. We
yeah,
talked about this subject.
yeah, and it's just like doomed to fail. It like 3,000 people, and in my opinion, they had none of the actual like stuff from older Assassin's Creed games. They're like, let's just make a big
All right,
game and make it a cash grab.
all right, let's. You chilled out yet, you stubborn jerk? Why are you doing this? If I don't do what Kishibe wants, you know what'll happen to Erika. Ryuji. Erika! Please, listen to this.
All right. Oh my, things are coming along nicely.
You've pushed them all to the edge very well. Now it's down to her to do her part. I'll drop the security level a little to increase their sense of accomplishment. They should easily reach their goal now. I immediately knew who the other voice was. Kishibe? Hey, could that mean under zero? I think so. I used the malware I snuck into the Kamishiro server to hack into Kishibe's terminal. There are traces of some kind of huge amount of data in Under Zero, and Kishibe's fingerprints are all over the Valhalla server. Stay away from the core. I'm sure it's booby-trapped. Damn! Noki and the others will get there first. Hey, I can't reach them! The digital waves... The mainframe... Increasing... Cutting... Out... Erika! Damn, we gotta give him the heads up. Crux, wait!
Sorry, guys. I have something to do. Okay. Don't think I have to worry about fighting anyone now. I don't have time for this, old man! Everyone is back in their proper place. But the just kind of going back to like just the overall topic of why I was talking about Expedition 33, Veilguard, and Shadows. We're seeing more companies make what I would consider to be cash grabs, where they dump so much money into it, but the product is just not as good as it should be. Because I think that's the issue a lot of time. You see companies put so much money into something, and it's just like, why isn't it as good as something that was made like a couple years ago, or even like that same year with less money? Because like I want movies and games.
It's better than Nintendo's practice of releasing a half-built game and then releasing the rest of it as DLC. Looking at you, Nintendo Switch Sports.
I mean, that a lot of companies have been doing that. Like, it's not just a Nintendo thing. EA is infamous for doing it. Ubisoft has been doing that for a while now. So, what the fuck is the password here? Unlock code. Pattern up is red, green. So that would be... I guess red plus green would be yellow in this case, I guess? Let's grab yellow. But yeah, my thing is, I want games to succeed, and it hurts like games and movies to succeed, because I think it should always move forward, never go back, and we're just in like a stagnant place right now where companies have so many like specialists. There's like, from the original idea to where it finally like gets to like the animators, it doesn't feel like, it feels like a game of telephone, where the further away you get from what was originally said, it gets mucked up more and more.
Yeah. I don't know. This is why I don't deep dive into this shit. Like,
I deep dive because it's like, why is it failing? Like, I want to know why something is failing, why it's not doing as good. And then have a better understanding of, is there a way to fix it? And I think one of the bigger issues is companies have just been getting too big. Where that's why like AC Shadows has so many people. It's because they hire so many specialists. You don't really have anyone that can do multiple things at once. So it's like you don't have someone who can both like write music and like code the game. It's an all-out war. Huh? Hey, look. Omnimon.
yep. That part of my story is happening at the exact same second as this second in your story. Yeah, fuck you, Faye. Faye, what the hell is that Digimon? Is that Nokia's Digimon? Nokia beat Faye?
Guys, I feel like we should run away. Wonderful, good work.
Ichibe?
Great job. I'm really impressed.
Rie.
You can stop now. Your part is over, my dear. Your job, Yugo, was just to lead everyone here. And according to our scenario, once everyone is here, what comes next?
Buffet.
Oh, you hackers are such gullible fools. You just blithely came along for the ride, no idea you were being played this whole time. I'm going to take your unripe mental energy and squeeze every last drop, all for me.
Is that the monster from Kowloon?
Hey,
Hey, this is bad. What do we do, Ryuji?
hey. Let's get out of here.
Ryuji! What is this? Did that woman do this? I was set up? So then Erica is...
Oh shit. I actually like Chitose.
Yeah.
I give him shit a lot of times, but I actually liked him.
Chitose, Jude, all my friends, they're all gone.
Ouch.
My parents are gone. Soon, Erica will be gone too. Everyone disappears. Poof. Goodbye. Forever. So Ryuji's having an episode.
Yep. You snap back to reality. Oop, there was gravity. Oh, I gotta fight these baddies.
That's a lot of eaters. So yeah, I bet you weren't expecting Chitose to contract Eden syndrome.
I was not. Shit, there's 5 of these bastards. Okay.
Yup. This is gonna take a minute.
But I got AoE attacks for days. All foes. Taizuka Mandala! Ow. Shining Laser! Nightmare 3! Oh, Observing. Bye-bye. Nightmare 3! That was easy.
Yeah.
Yo, Ryuji.
What was that all about?
We stepped into a trap. Also, your boss is working for the enemy.
Also, your boss is dressed in reverse drab. It's not wrong.
Yeah. Arata.
Dose, what happened to him?
Let's just say he has Eden syndrome, but really he's dead.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah. Just as Cyberdramon blow the thing up.
Oh.
Like, fuck you and everything you stand for.
Let's save the game. All right.
We might want to just like stay on this save screen and end the episode.
Yeah, this episode's gonna that's it for chapter 10.
Yeah.
Go check out Kohga's channel for his episode of Hackers. Not Hackers, Cyber Sleuth. Came out the same time as this one. I'm a hacker, she's Cyber Sleuth. But yeah, go check out that. Go check out other stuff on his channel. Like, comment, sub, do all that good YouTube stuff, and we'll see you guys next one.
Later, nerds.
Peace.